Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rich the Only. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are the real MVPs. I love and I appreciate you. So today I'm talking about planning my Zambian kitchen party, and I won't waste too much of your time. I'm gonna get right into it. So first things first that I had was a notepad, a planner. This is it. I got this from my Mr. to Mrs. box that was delivered to me every month until my wedding month. It's kind of a way to help you plan your event, like things that you should expect. It's very cool. It makes you excited. It's perfect. Besides having a planner, you need to have a budget. You need to stick to the budget. You need to write down what you want. So what I did, with my mother, bless my mom, with my mom, we discussed what I wanted. And initially I was going to have a planner for my bridal shower, just reasons being that I don't live in Zambia and I needed things done a certain way. It's a topic for another day, but everybody wants their things done a certain way anyway. But I wasn't there and I wanted my mom not to stress. I wanted somebody to be there helping, but we ended up not going with the planner because obvious reasons. Was very expensive, but besides being expensive, she was perfect. She was very organized. But yeah, let's go. So first things first, I had a venue. So I had talked to one of my friends on WhatsApp, and she had let me know we're having a new venue that they were working on, and it would be ready by the time that I would be having my bridal shower. It was already ready anyway, but it would just, everything would be done the way they wanted it by the time my bridal shower would be taking place. So with the venue for the bridal shower, I wasn't really looking for that because when I talked to my friend, I was like, it looks good. I think this is my venue. I set my mind that was the venue I was going to use. And then also after I found the venue, I started looking for the decor company, the person that's going to do the decoration, and I needed them to be what I wanted. Okay, so when we were looking, because we're going to have the bridal shower, the kitchen party and the wedding both in Zambia, I reached out to a few people via email for their quotes. Some of them didn't respond, and some of them use WhatsApp, so WhatsApp them and we started talking, and we decided with Table 6. And the reason why I decided that I used Table 6 for my bridal shower was because I like looking at their flower arrangement. For me, stood out. I look at detail a lot. I really look at detail a lot. I'm like, I could say that I would fit for a detail-oriented person. So I was really intrigued by Table 6 and how they set up their floor, and for me that showed that they were organized. Not that other people are not organized. Everybody is. That was just my preference. So when I was looking for after the venue, we found the decor, and then we decided that our invitation cards won't be in person, that we would just use online invitation. Reasons being, we were not in Zambia, so if we had to use the in-person delivering card, that was going to be very hectic for us. It was going to be, first of all, last minute, because we were not there preparing for the bridal shower and everything. I was supposed to actually travel in November, but I didn't travel in November. I traveled ending of December. So yeah, so what we did was, because of work, obviously, and other stuff, my schedule, I had to wait until I could go. And that was a hectic time, because when we were preparing to travel to Zambia, Emirates stopped going to Zambia. There was all these restrictions. Emirates wasn't going to Zambia, and we had already bought tickets to go to Zambia, so it was a mess. I remember we had to start looking for another airline that was going to go. We actually waited for a while because we really wanted to use Emirates, but then because of the restriction, we had to go with Qatar Airlines, and then so for one, budget. You have to have a budget, and then that will be so much easier. But you can't make a budget if you don't get quotes, right? So get a quote for the venue. I got a quote for the venue, and I got a quote I got quotes for venues, and I got quotes for the decor, and those were like the top things that I was doing. I also had a very good support system. My support system was very good. Shout out to my support system, my parents, my siblings, my best friend Veronica, my friend Diana, and my sister-in-law. They were amazing. Complete amazing. I also figured that we're not spending money on invitation cards because we're going to do online, which was very difficult because some people are not used to doing online invitations in Zambia. But I think it's a culture, they're used to that. But ever since COVID, we just thought that it would be best if we used online invitations, you know. And then the committee group. My God, I had an amazing committee group. So what I did, before I added anyone in my friends committee, I went to them and I asked them. I didn't just decide to just add people and then they wake up and find themselves on a group that they don't know about. I asked them if they would be okay with me adding them, because the last thing that you want is someone just randomly adding you into a committee group for their bridal shower. Thank you so much to everybody that was in my committee group. You guys are amazing. God bless you. And yeah, you know, my committee group was also run by my brother's fiance and my best friend. They did an amazing job, and everybody else that was there did an amazing job. So make sure, I've talked about having a budget, but before having a budget you need to get quotes and having a good support system. And then ask your committee members, ask your friends if they're okay with being in the committee, because you know sometimes you find that somebody's having a commitment, maybe they have another committee that they have to be in, or they're planning on doing something big in their life, or they're not even going to be there, or they just can't afford to be in a committee at that particular time. you have to ask them, and you also have to be okay with whatever response they give you. You have to respect whatever response they give you. Yeah, thank God everyone I asked accepted to be. There's others that couldn't be, but I didn't hold it against them. I understood. I mean, like, you have to be able to live with when someone says no. Another thing that I looked at was my dress. Oh my God, guys. You know what? I actually have to sit nicely for this one. My dress. Yo. I still get blown away. Okay? So, with my dress, I was looking for a long time, for a while. I was looking for a while for the person that would make my dress. I looked for quite some time. And then one day, I'm watching stories on WhatsApp, and an angel, Chimwemwe, just posts another bride. One of her friends was getting married, and she was having this very beautiful dress for her bridal shower. And then I asked her, who did it? Who made it? Chimwemwe Kapembwa, shout out to you. You are an angel. And she went out of her way, asked her friend, and the friend gave her Yves. And she sent me Yves' number, and I immediately got talking to Yves. We kicked it right off. I asked her for a coat, and she asked me for the design and everything else is just history. Everything is perfect. Then, I mean, guys, you saw my dress in my bridal shower trailer. It was amazing. It was everything, even more than I ever thought of, more than I ever dreamed of. Okay, so I got a coat for the dress, and I knew what I needed. The fabric, she told me, she's very detail oriented. Yves is very detail oriented. She told me how many meters I needed. She told me she went through. We were talking for a while. Mind you, I wasn't even in Zambia yet. We were talking for a while, and she's amazing. Shout out to you, Yves. You know, my bridal shower dress actually does make me feel like wanting to get married again. Like wanting to have the events again. My husband's shirt was made by Aunt Kalumba. So I traveled to Zambia, and then I had to start all these premarital counseling and teachings and all that, which was an experience that it's all worth it. It's amazing. I have always wanted to have a kitchen party, a Zambian kitchen party, and I was very excited. So when we sent out our invitation cards, we had included an amount that we wanted for our gifts. We didn't do gifts because obviously it's in Zambia. I'm not going to travel all the way here, all the way from Zambia to New York with the gifts. When I traveled to Zambia, the first thing that I did was going in person now to see all those things that I was seeing online. I went and I saw the venue. It was beautiful. My kitchen party took place in February. That it was nice. Everything was green. It was beautiful, and the venue is well taken care of. The venue for my kitchen party is amazing. If you guys are looking for a venue in Zambia, it is amazing. It's Waterfalls Place. I will include their details in my description. So they have this very beautiful house that you can use. That's not included in their package, but it's very affordable. I don't know at this time how much it is, but at that time, a night in this beautiful big house was $60, and The package includes a cottage, which is absolutely amazing. That's where the bride sleeps or dresses up from for the next day for the event. So what happens is the cottage, usually, like if you have a wedding, you can sleep there. It's included, like you kind of like where you sleep until the next day for you to go to your honeymoon. So we were using it for the bridal shower, so I had asked that we use the cottage for the night before the event, because I was avoiding a situation where we have to drive around to the event that day. So I made it so that me, my mom, and my aunties and my mother-in-law spent the night at the venue, so that it was easy for us to get ready the next day and just have everything in our reach, which was a plus. That venue is amazing. It's amazing that they could actually accommodate that option, because it was easy for me to dress up the next day and have my makeup done in one place. I had also found my makeup artist before I traveled to Zambia. Because I was doing so much, I had asked one of my very good friends, Musanda, to reach out to the makeup artist on my behalf and book for us. So I paid a booking fee that she charges, and then you tell her how many people are going to be having their makeup done on that day. She does not come and do other people that were not listed for the booking. You need to like let her know before your event, like when you're booking, you let her know how many people she's going to have to beat, whose faces she's going to have to beat, and yeah, everything else just is perfect, was perfect. She beat my face to the gods. Okay. So when I was on the ground now, every time I went to the venue for meetings and everything and preps, my parents always went with me, which was such a huge blessing. My parents were my biggest support system. My husband wasn't yet in Zambia at that time. My parents ran around with me everywhere. They drove me everywhere. And guys, was I not having jet lag issues? Like, I remember like a few times when we were driving, it's 10 a.m. and I'm just like out. I was sleeping in the car. And they went, so my parents went everywhere with me. My siblings too, they were everywhere with me. They went everywhere with me. They were such a good support system. Shout out to you guys. I love you. One other thing. I'm trying to like put this in order, but it's not in chronological order. But my photographer and videographer, oh my god, guys, SFE and ballistic. I still remember the day of the event, because I knew, like with my photographer, my videographer, I knew like a year before the event that they were going to do my events, that they were going to be there at my events. I just knew that they were what I wanted. So even when I was sitting down and writing down whom I wanted, like the first thing that came, that was on the list even before the budget, was SFE. They were just there. And then next was ballistic. My photographer was ballistic. I will include their info as well in my description. So I still remember the day of the event. I was, things were not running smooth. Some people were late. My matron was late. Shout out to my matron. My matron was late, so I was, I didn't know how to feel and how to act. I was just there. But I have to say this: when SFE and Ballistic walked into the house to start taking pictures of me in the video, oh my God, guys, they brought in such a huge light. They just walked in and everything changed. Like the way like for me was the way they were communicating with each other, with because they're not from the same company, they're all different entities. So it was the way SFE and Ballistic were working together, their communication skills. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is amazing. Are you guys friends? Like, are you brothers? Are you from the same company? And the way the both of them were just were like working with my makeup artist, it was phenomenal. It was I don't know how to explain it. Like, it made me feel so light. It was heartwarming, and it was a joyful sight and experience. Like, it just gave me so much assurance and peace, like calm. I should say that's the word. It just brought so much calmness, like, I'm really doing this. And that, they just brought me so much happiness, I should say. It was very nice to see that they worked together so well. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to SFE, Ballistic, and Glam Zone Makeup. You guys were amazing. So yeah, like one thing that I made sure of was that I kept reminding myself to enjoy the process. You have to make sure you enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of preparing towards your kitchen party or your wedding. Relax. Yeah. Enjoy the process. Make sure you're able to, have fun, and just don't be, it's a lot of emotions going around. It's a stressful time. But yeah, and some things won't go as you want them, like as you're thinking, as you have planned. Some things are just going to go differently, not how you plan them, but be able to enjoy the process. And you also have to be able to function regardless of what happens. If things don't go as you planned it, if things don't go as you planned, you have to be able to move on and get on with the next step. Especially at the event, like, things won't go as you thought they will. But one other thing is you have to be able to move and not shut down when stuff don't go your way, or throw tantrums. Just move. Like, if you have any questions concerning kitchen party planning, or if something that I forgot, please feel free to comment in the comment section. It is very important to have a good support system, because a good support system will keep you grounded and will keep you going. Everything in the end was amazing. You guys can see that from my trailer, which has been posted. I haven't yet posted my bridal shower video, which I hope I will do soon, but the trailer is there to speak for itself. Everything was amazing, just like I had dreamed and hoped for. Table 6 came and they did my decor, and it was amazing. So one other thing that I want to mention with the venue is that they allow you to actually do a set the night before your event. They allow the decor people to come and set up and start their setup. Another thing that I like about Waterfalls Place is that they're so involved in your event. They want it to be perfect. They want everything to go as you want them. They're so helpful. So they have a meeting, like they'll ask you to tell them who your decor person is, and they'll reach out to the decor person so that you don't start stressing about. They'll reach out to them, see when they're free to come in, so that they can have a meeting about how they want the venue to be set. Like for us, we were using the marquee for the kitchen party, and they had us all meet with table 6. They had us all meet and go through how the setup would be, with, you know, this so professionally done. There's a whiteboard where they draw how the venue hall is, and how the setup is, the tables, depending on which package you go for. They give you chairs, they give you tables, you get to choose. It's amazing. They have cooler boxes, they have cooling system for the marquee. You know, when you find a venue that is organized, everything else falls into place. Like it's just so much relief. It's relieving to know that, oh, I actually have a venue that is, you know, they have their things in order. When I arrived in Zambia, because me and Yves were talking on WhatsApp, when I arrived in Zambia and I'd gone to meet her, it was like I've known her for a long time. Like I've known her my whole life. We did my measurements, and the day that when so she tells you, like, okay, so you've come today, your dress is gonna be ready in maybe 3 weeks. She makes sure it's ready before, like in good time before your event, and you go for your first try on, and then she can make alterations. It's just, she does a professional job. She's amazing. Yeah, so when I went and everything was done, everything was perfect. You should see how the dress was matching with the decor. It was picture perfect. But like for me, when I was choosing my the colors for my dress, funny thing that happened was my aunt decides to send me a picture of myself when I was a kid in a dress that my grandma bought me. May her soul rest in peace. Instantly, I knew that that's the color that I wanted. When I saw the colors in the dress, there was some white and some purple in it, and I was like, okay, so the theme that I'm going with would be purple, gold, and white. There was no gold in the dress, it was just purple and white, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna go with, and that's what I went with, and it came out so beautiful. It was sentimental. And when I was looking for the shoes for the bridal shower, I went and I looked for something that was similar to what I was wearing in that picture as a kid. So I wore my size for my shoes, because obviously I couldn't wear tropicals. In Zambia they call them tropicals. Those are like the bikini slippers. Yeah, so enjoy the process. Plan within your means. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to click the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video, and continue to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.